Hey, DOT community. Welcome to the first ever DOT Aftershow with me, Zalon.
And Bo.
And this is where we're going to break down what happened in the dev live stream for the week. Plus, we're also going to talk about the weekend events that the devs have scheduled for us. As you can see, uh, recently on the thumbnail, I just posted the trials of Volstan. What do you think about that, Bo?
Clickbait. Clickbait.
Yeah, clickbait city, right? Well, trials. I'll tell you what. We've been waiting for the Trials of Power event, and we recently just saw that picture the other day on. I think it was Facebook, and it said something about a Volstan event, and Thor can't have all the fun. And I was like, oh man, so is Volstan event going to happen first? So that's pretty much what we're looking at here.
Yeah, that's what we got.
With this Volstan event, it's looking like it's all about the Guardian Titans. We got 100% Guardian Titans that are going to be coming out of the temple this weekend. So pretty much don't expect anything else.
Yeah. Have they done
So
that before? I don't remember them doing that type of thing.
they've never posted that they've done that, like everything that you're going to get is going to be only that Titan class, but I
Yeah.
feel like in previous events that was the case, but it was never really stated.
Okay.
So but as we can see here in the picture, we have besides from Volstan, we also have Avalos and Kalkur, two other 4-star Guardian Titans as well. uh to be honest with you, I mean, I do have a couple. I have Calcor myself. I got him from the Flames event, and
Yeah.
I mean, I do enjoy Guardian Titans. They're not the highest out of all my Titan class favorites, so I'm not that excited for this event. Just to be real honest with you, I mean, I'm more excited about the Trials of Power event coming up. So
Yeah.
this weekend, I mean, it is very cool though that Guardian Titans are on are available, and you can get them from the temple, but I'm not exactly sure that I'm going to be jumping on board for that this weekend. What do you think, Bo? How about you?
I don't know that I'm gonna be doing any pulls, but
Yeah.
it's interesting. It's a different type of event here. I'm looking at Asteron from the last leaderboard event, who's a guardian. Um,
Mm,
and the thing about Guardian Titans is their skill set is a different skill set than than any of the other ones, and they have a mix between. I mean, it's all troop buffs, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm
But
and
the only thing with the troop buffs is though, unlike all the other like a ranger type, the troop buffs, there's only like 4 or 5 options. There's a lot more options with the Guardian Titans, which I think that's where the downside is. It's
yeah,
a little harder for you to get the skills that you want
yeah.
to make
So,
the Guardian Titan really good.
yeah, so I got my Altus up here, and his first skill is pikeman and resist against flanking, and I have that at 60%, which is excellent.
Mm,
but
yeah.
I do, and then I'll get pikeman resist against fire, and I don't know. Is it all the resist, or do they also have like pikeman health and pikeman?
No, they do have health and armor. I'm pretty certain. I don't think it's all just resists. I'm pretty certain
Yeah,
that they do have health and armor stuff
yeah,
like that too as well. It's just it's harder to get those skills when you have all the resists mixed in as well. So
yeah. So I was just looking through my guardians here to see if I have my Atheka has pikeman resist against titans, and I don't know that I have any. I haven't even looked. I got a bunch of 1 stars like Aldwin. I haven't even looked at them because they're just food. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
Well, 1 stars
So
are always food for me too. They're always just
yeah,
used for unlocking. If they're level 1, they're used to unlock skills and relics.
yeah,
That's pretty much what I use 1 stars for.
yeah.
So.
So all
But
right.
anyway, so on to our next major thing is that, well, the dev live stream talked a lot about the Trials of Power event in the beginning. So that's
Yeah.
what we're definitely going to be talking a lot about that here coming up here. What we have, are you showing the screen?
Yep. I got it up.
All right. So we got here up on the screen, as you can see here on the right hand side. We got the box, and that box has got everything we need to know. Apparently, for the very beginning of the event. I mean, it's just showing how it looks like you know just like getting into any of the other lands that like a monument or an arena. It's just you're just going to attack. It's going to start from scratch, and you're starting with two enemies on the field, and then everything builds from there. I do want to say that I was right about the burning fences, Bo, and I'm actually very proud to say that that was exactly correct, because I'll tell you what, I wasn't, I was hoping that everything that I was predicting in my video was correct, and it does seem to be that way. Although it does seem that there are waves of troops that are dropping in the middle that don't come out of the caves. But as everything progresses, more caves open up and more troops spawn out.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. That's interesting.
Yep.
Now they did mention it's going to be the end of next week. So with that in mind, again, I know I hyped it up this last weekend with my teaser video, and I said that we'd be hopefully seeing an update this week for the game, and nothing obviously has happened. With the end of next week being the target date for this event, I'm gonna say there's most likely going to be an update for the game coming early next week.
Yeah.
But that's again still my prediction, because they said that the island will raise up and lower, whenever the event's on or off. So I think that there is still a possibility that they may just add that into the game without even needing a full game update for everybody. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But still, be vigilant on checking to see if the game needs an update early next week, because it may be the case. So, but I noticed they did mention no alliance rewards, Bo,
Yeah.
and with how do you feel about that?
Well, it's a different style of event. I'm actually okay with that. Um, you know, um, it- Not everything needs to be centered around the alliance, obviously. What I'm hoping though is, when they were actually doing the demo of the event, the points were scored based on damage done, to the enemies, right? And
Hmm.
I'm hoping that the reward tiers are um, not going to, they're going to be available rewards for the players that are not, castle level 25 with level 50 titans. Um,
Exactly,
so
exactly.
yeah,
Well, it did. There is a restriction of level 1 through 50 Titan level for the event, which means that no ascended Titans. So any beta players that have ascended Titans, they can't use them. So I
yeah,
do find that to be that's already fair across the board, at least there. But
yeah,
also, I do hope. Now, this is my predictions. This is what I'm going to put out there right now. My predictions are that there's going to be two different tiers of rewards. And what I mean by that is, we know that there was alliance rewards and personal rewards and a leaderboard event. Now, I'm hoping that this is the way that they do this. I hope that the rewards are set up like this. I feel now, instead of alliance rewards, I feel that there's going to be a set of rewards that are going to be across the board globally, which means all the players ranked up against each other, people that are beta players, people that are not beta players. It's going to be a cumulative or a high score for best run, either best run score or your cumulative score of points that you've gotten over the period of time that the events ran. And that's going to be the first. Now that's going to be like the global rankings. In that case, I see that the first place prize may be like a level 30, like a very high pre-leveled 4-star champion, Unek, that unfortunately we don't really officially know his name right now.
yeah,
But I feel that that system right there is one setup of prizes that people will be competing for during the entire time of the event for those high level prizes. Now, that obviously makes it so that people that are lower level may not be able to obtain those. In that case, I feel that there's going to be a second set of rewards that's going to be very similar to the personal rewards in the leaderboard event. In this, every player will be able to go up on that chain of rewards, which will include relics, which will include elixirs, and we'll go over elixirs in a second. That's something else they've mentioned. It's going to include gems. It's going to include relic tokens along the way, and it's also going to include at the end a level 1 version of the 4-star champion Titan. Now, of course, is it going to be an absurd amount of points that you have to get there? Yes. Do you have to possibly spend money to get to there by using these elixirs? Yes, it's most likely going to be the case. But the thing is, with that all in mind, I hope that they have it set up that you can obtain the 4-star champion Unak Titan without being competing against everyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
So
You have a
I,
have a
with
personal,
the,
a personal,
yeah,
the ability to get it. If it's just um, a set number of damage. I mean, the damage, the guy on the live stream there,
yeah,
what
Matt,
did
yeah.
what did he get? 15,000 damage or
He got to
something?
about like 60. He got to about 67,000 before he was banned, and that was the
Oh
one thing I was going to
yeah,
mention.
yeah,
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 Matt got banned
yeah.
during his battle,
The
which is
developer got banned.
interesting
Yeah.
because he did mention something that I really want to put out there, and I don't know if a lot of people were paying attention to this when he said this, but there were going to be special enemies that were going to start coming out onto the battlefield. Now, they're enemies doesn't mean obviously it's something that we're going to be able to use ourselves, but he said special enemies that are going to be coming out onto the battlefield. And I think maybe, now this is just a conspiracy theory here, but I think they might have banned Matt's account before that happened on purpose so that he didn't ruin it.
Oh, okay. So
That's just a conspiracy
it
theory.
could be,
Conspiracy theory
could be.
that there were other people behind the scenes that as soon as Matt got to a certain point that they just banned his account so that he couldn't show off these supposed new enemies. Now,
Oh,
obviously, it could have been a fluke. It could have just happened on accident because he said it was some different account and it was possibly seen as, since it was a brand new account and was given a whole bunch of gems and it was given all this stuff really super fast, that it was flagged as a possible a hack
oh, so
attempt.
you think
So
you think he was auto banned?
I think he was auto banned. That's the opposite. If
Yeah,
it was either banned on purpose because they didn't want to show off those new enemies, or he was banned because he was auto banned in a case where he was just the devs gave him
yeah,
that account so much
yeah.
stuff really quick and really fast that they said, oh gosh, this player must not be he must not
Yeah.
must not be real.
So what about these elixirs? Is it going to work? You
Well,
think like
yeah. Well, these
like the
well, it
souls
says
things?
that. Well, yeah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Elixirs are gonna be working like the event relics. I'm thinking these elixirs are gonna. It says that they're gonna boost troops in battle, which means I'm thinking it's going to make it so that you enter the battle with your troops at a immediate higher level. So if your troops are, at a certain point, it's just gonna boost their attack and their armor piercing and everything else. Everything that they have, it's gonna boost it to make them stronger than they already are. And I don't think it's going to be something that just runs out. Like when you throw a spell onto your Titan, that eventually your shield spell eventually goes away, or your rage spell eventually goes away. I believe it's going to be something that you put on for the entirety of the battle, and it makes all your troops stronger.
Okay.
Okay. So what it'll make it do is it'll just make the battle prolong longer for you, making it so that you obtain a higher score, making it so that your cumulative score, again, they have mentioned a couple times that they say along the there's Matt or no Ben said there's new prizes along the way, and specifically that term along the way to me means that there's a chain of prizes, which again, that's why I'm coming up with this whole, like, there's going to be a reward system for everybody in the game competing against each other, and there's going to be a reward system personally that you can work your way up,
Yeah.
because I think that whole system is something everyone enjoys, and I think that's a system that they should keep. But I just
I was thinking they may work like the event relics, but so like but they'll have rarities. Like you'll have like a 1-star elixir and a 2-star elixir, and then you have to pull
true,
elixirs. And
yeah, they're gonna have
a one
the
star gives
elixirs are
you
gonna,
a
yeah,
200%
yeah,
damage increase, and a 2-star gives you a 300% damage increase.
correct,
To boost
correct.
your score.
That's exactly. That's a good way to look at it. I didn't go that far into it, but I believe you're exactly correct on that as well. I believe there will be a star level, and I believe that it will be something that'll probably be worth 2,000 gems. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say right
They're
now,
going
the
2,000
elixir
gems.
pool, the elixir pulls will be 2,000 gems. You will get elixirs along the way. Most likely, you will get 3 to 4 elixirs along the way, and you will get gems along the way that you'll be able to put in to get more elixirs. So that whole idea and concept is probably, again, these are all predictions.
Yeah.
Don't take everything that we say here and say that it's it's the gospel truth of DOT.
Mm.
So I mean, it's all predictions, but these are the things that we hope for, that so that everyone in the community can enjoy.
Yeah.
So
Although you have a pretty good track record of being correct on your
predicting
predictions. Yeah.
certain things, yeah, I know you were calling me what what
The
what
Titan
was your name?
Whisperer.
The Titan Whisperer. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
When I say to the devs, they listen.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But
Okay.
anyway, so we'll see. One thing I noticed with the Matt when he was playing, Ben mentioned that there was a lot of spells between rounds. I was noticing that there were like 2 or 3 spells dropping at the same time
Yeah.
compared to our usual spell drop that we see during battle. We usually see one spell drop at a time,
Right.
or if it's a campaign, sometimes in campaigns we see multiple spells drop. But it's interesting because Ben brought up an interesting strategy that you wanna have like a panther running around collecting spells all the time, because if you think about it, you're definitely going to run out of the 3 or 4 or
Oh, yeah.
6 spells you bring with you, because of course, yeah, we do know that some of the higher level players are going to be able to bring more spells,
And he
but
also
still,
he also did say that
they're going to run out.
all the troops would spawn in front of you, so you didn't have to worry about being flanked.
Well, I don't. After a while, though, I don't see that being. I see. I don't. He said that, yes, I think that's the way to start. But if you see as the battle continues, if you put your troops up, and Matt was doing this, he put some of his troops right up against the caves.
Yeah.
And as the troops were coming out, they were killing them.
Yeah.
That's great. But you realize there's caves behind those troops. So, I mean, the whole
Yeah.
idea of your troops not getting flanked, yeah, to start with, yeah. But when you get all your troops in the middle there, I believe there will be a lot more, of you in the middle and enemies all around you. I
Yeah.
still believe that's still a more of a surround option
Yeah. Okay.
as things progress. As things progress,
Cool.
obviously.
All right. Well, that's something to look forward to. I'm looking.
Well,
Yeah.
they also didn't mention if there was a restriction on how many times you can do the Trials of Power. That's the thing. If portal stones are going to be included, or if portal stones are not going to be included, and you can do as many Trials of Powers as you want. I don't know
Well,
how that's going to work.
the picture has it costs 6 portal stones to go into battle and do the trials of power.
Oh, okay. So if it costs 6, then yeah, you're looking at exactly what you normally would spend if you're capturing a land or if you're
Yeah.
raiding a garrison.
So I'm wondering if there's going to be a cooldown on it, like there is monuments, or you know, you can gem the cooldown, or are you just going to be able to go back into it immediately and
Every 6, because then you
yeah,
would be gemming just like in leaderboard events, you'd be gemming portal stones just to fight, but at the same time you would still need to have the event relics roll in for you. So in this case it'll be elixirs and still using gemming portal stones to get in.
yeah,
So, but anyway, another tidbit I was going to say too that they did mention too was new troop types and new Titan classes. Now we're kind of getting out of the Trials of Power event here when I went on to this subject, because this is something that somebody asked throughout the actual live stream. Asking about, is there Adventures Guild coming, and somebody else asked if there was going to be new Titan classes coming, which is pretty much the same thing, because as we know that they like to use the Adventures Guild to address new Titan classes. But I also thought maybe they'll use the Adventures Guild to address new troop types.
yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see
And maybe
if they want to use
that's what the special enemies are in the trials of power.
yeah.
Is the new troop types, and
Maybe
that's
there's maybe there's going to be a new troop type or two that will
ah,
will eventually be available, but it's going to be something that's going to be available. Maybe it's going to be part of the Trials of Power, but it's only going to be an enemy we could fight. So for instance, like when we go to the arenas and we go to the monuments, we've been able to fight against certain Titans.
Yeah.
And then we've noticed over the last couple months that they've released those Titans. Like Kamathi used to
Yep.
be a Titan that nobody could really get, but then was released later.
The black
So in the same,
helicopters are circling. I think maybe
yeah,
he got banned on purpose to.
yeah. I mean, I think that could be the case. It could be the case. I mean, that's why that whole conspiracy theory on
Yeah.
exactly why the banning happens. I mean, of course, a lot of people were talking on Band, on about the whole banning and how funny that was. But you never know. This could have been just because new troop types were going to be showcased
Yeah.
a little too early.
Yeah.
But anyway, two other things I want to say about the live stream, and then we'll get into some non-toxic 3 news. Shaw did get the devs to say "Hello World" on stream, and
Awesome.
I do want to say, Shaw, that was amazing because just to hear their British accents say "Hello World" was awesome. So
that's pretty good.
The other thing I want to mention is anyone that has ever bought the starter bundle or put any money into Dawn of Titans whatsoever, I would like everyone to know that we were able to help fund the DOT devs to get their new digital board for their live streams, so they're able to actually post their scores digitally. I would like everyone to know that all of our money, it's like when you see the sign on the highway that says, this is your toll taxes being put to work. I want everyone to know that all any of the money you've put into the game has helped them get their new digital board for their live stream so they can show their scores.
Well, I'm glad they're spending their revenues wisely. So
Yeah, exactly, right? So
all right.
all right.
So I've got
So
I've
let's
got
get
this. Well, I've got
and
before we do that, I've got the Titan, the altar up. Volstan's Vengeance, and it does show Volstan on the epic token pull, and then on the regular 4,000 gem pull.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so 100% Guardians in the altar. Interesting. Okay.
Yep. All right. So as we look into non-toxic 3 right now, huzzah to all of my members. I just want to put that out there. I was going to say non-toxic 3 is doing really well. We've been pushing pretty hard for third place, as we saw one of the third place big heavy hitters started to drop the other day due to I don't know, just players not wanting to play anymore, or people just moving on. I have no idea. But with other alliances having stuff happen, we'll definitely take advantage. And pushing for third place right now and getting that 4-star is definitely what I'm really hoping to get everyone here in non-toxic 3 to help us grow. I was going to say what's really great about it is the fact that I'm noticing a lot of our players are starting to hit higher, and also too that they're starting to really take care of their lands and pay attention to how many lands defended, because that does hurt not just themselves, but it hurts the alliance as a whole. So do your best to hit high VP targets and also grow at the same time. Make sure you're taking those resources and protecting them and not letting everybody else take them back away from you. So
Yeah, I'm not seeing. I'm scrolling through the the alliance members here. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing a whole lot. There's a few. There's a couple that that are
you know
getting.
who you are.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple that are getting hit, but we usually try to handle that stuff on an individual basis. We're not calling people out in public saying, "Oh, you know."
Yeah, exactly.
So check
But
check your chat, your game chat, or your band chat, because you probably got a
yeah, and a
message.
good way to look at it is, I mean, I'm trying to do my best. I do get hit, periodically here and there, but I do my best to make sure that my attacks are definitely over my defenses. I mean,
Yep.
that's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is, even if it's only like 10 attacks more than defenses, it's still in the positive for me. But if you got way more defenses, and I'm saying like, and especially if it's hundreds of more defenses than battles won, then at the end of the season, then that's an issue.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, it
but
is.
but anyway, so yeah, for non-toxic 3, let's continue to push for the third place and the 4-star, and
Mhm.
continue to post any of your Daves. Make sure that you share your Daves
Yeah.
with everyone. Gray will agree, because Gray's pushing with us as well right
Yep.
now here in non-toxic
I
3.
noticed that one of our members has a new star by his name.
Oh yes, Drumadiddle got promoted just last night by APOC. So now we have the third leader here in the non toxic three. Now we do have Achan and also Will, who is his name is Luxley in game for non toxic two that got promoted to help
Right.
Ethrin out. So now basically all non toxic alliances have three leaders, and the three leader idea is that no matter what, in any kind of major decisions, we will have only two leaders. We will have someone to break a tie in any kind of major decisions. Also, too, all the people that are leaders in non-toxic have shown above and beyond just what a regular player does, especially helping out other players to learn and grow.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to all of them. So I think that's pretty much about it. Oh, I was going to say, of course, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I was going to say now that we're going to be doing the DOT after show with Zalon&Bo here on my channel, I would appreciate any new subscribers that haven't subscribed yet. So
Yeah. So we're moving the Thursday show to your channel. The Monday show,
correct.
the Monday show will still be on my channel on the Boganora channel.
Correct.
So and that is that is
And
going to be the set schedule going forward, and we'll pop in
also
with
to
live
any
streams.
yeah, I was just going to mention it. Yep.
Yep, we'll pop in with live streams as as the need arises. Probably whenever Trials of Power happens, we'll do that
Yeah,
just as soon as we can.
you'll see us. Yeah, soon as Trials of Power happens, you will see us live streaming that as soon as possible. But then again, that's what when we're all waiting for it. There's weeks in between where it's just going to be the two shows. So
Yep, yep. I'm gonna pull my daily and see what I get just for fun.
okay, go ahead.
And we're pulling and we're opening, and I got a 1 star Ceros.
Oh, well, there you go. A little Titan food. A little
More
Titan
Titan,
food never hurt anybody.
more Titan
You
food.
know.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. I mean, every morning, Agre wakes up and gets his full rating in and gets his juice in.
Yeah.
That's how he stays energized for the day.
Yep, that is true.
So, all right. So we pretty much wrapped everything up. All right. Well, this concludes the first DOT after show with me, Zalon.
And me, Bo.
All right. We'll talk to you guys again soon.